Josh Green here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Adam Azim. A brand new deal with Boxer and Sky. Must be delighted. How you doing, Adam?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. The big news obviously broke, just an hour or two ago that you've committed your long-term future to Boxer and Sky. How important and how exciting is it to get that all over the line?
Yeah, definitely. It's a big day for me. It's a proud day for my mom and dad, and my family and friends. And I couldn't have got here without my parents and my team. And yeah, I'm so delightful to continue my deal with Sky Sports and Boxer. And it's a privilege because I've been watching Sky Sports since I was young, and now obviously I'm on Sky Sports, so which is great.
We saw a little brief workout in with Shane on the stream, and it's only brief learning, but you're only 5-6 fights in, and you've not had those rounds in the ring competitively. How important is it to get the work done in the gym, even if you're not getting it done in the competitive sense in the ring?
Every fight I take, I'm determined, and I'm always, I've never looked ahead of any of my opponents. When I get in that gym, I'm always working hard, and I know I can do 12 or 15 rounds. I don't get tired, and I know for a fact, throughout my career, that a lot of people they want me to see me go rounds, but I know for a fact that I go better when the rounds go longer. So which is great.
I know you described Shane as the best coach in the world. It's obviously a very busy gym at the moment. Obviously Hassan's in there. Some of the name, I think there's 9-10 fighters in there at the moment.
Yeah.
Why do you believe he's the best coach in the world at the moment?
He's made numerous world champions. The stuff that he does, you guys don't see, is just amazing. Like he makes me work on a lot of stuff that makes me better when I get in the ring. Obviously, Shane McGuigan's birthday, so happy birthday to Shane. 34 is a 34th birthday. He looks about 29 in my opinion, but Shane McGuigan is the best trainer in the world in my opinion. So.
I mean, and for you, we've seen small steps up in the fights we've seen you in, but Rylan Charlton really represents a big step up. Somebody who's been there. He's obviously got the wins over Joe Laws. We've seen him share the ring and come close against fighters like Florian Marku. It's a big step up for yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's been in big fights. He obviously that he had a good fight. Against Florian Marku about 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, he's fought in the Boxer series, and I know for a fact this is definitely a big test for me. And I know when I get in that ring, I know for a fact, I'm switched on all the time. I know for a fact that if I hit him, he's definitely gonna feel it, and it's definitely gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good day, and obviously, anything could happen in that fight. Like I could, hurt him in the first, hurt him in the second, and I'm not going looking for the knockout, because all my fights, I don't go looking for the knockout. I end up, boxing to the knockout. That's you guys just gonna see a proper technician night by me. So,
what do you think that Rylan will carry that you maybe haven't seen before in the professional ranks? I'm sure you've seen it all in the amateur ranks, but in terms of what you've seen in your fights so far in the professional arena.
I know for a fact, Rylan Charlton's been obviously many rounds with many fighters that he's fought in, but he definitely carries. He can hit a bit. He's a power puncher. He knows that I can hit as well. So it's like I've got the speed and the power, but I'm pretty sure Rylan is just gonna come at me, and he's definitely gonna come at me, and I know for a fact I can fight in any different department. I can go front, I can go back. So I can fight anywhere, and I'm ready for anything. So wherever he comes at me, I'm ready.
And for you, a chance to headline. It's obviously a big stage, Sunday boxing, which is something we don't see a huge amount down at Ali Pali. To be under those lights and headlining an event is a big opportunity. Is that any extra pressure?
It's actually no pressure for me. For me, it's a proud moment for me, because it's my first headline. A lot of people they want to see me, like, obviously definitely go rounds with different opponents, but obviously Rylan, I know for a fact it's going to be a good fight. For me to headline, near my home, it's a brilliant occasion for my family as well, and signing obviously the long-term deal with them as well. I just can't wait, to get in that ring and to showcase my skill.
We'll obviously be seeing Dalton Smith next weekend up in Manchester, somebody who's been mentioned alongside your name many times already in the short time you've been on Sky.
Yeah.
Do you think he comes through that fight against Casey Benjamin?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's gonna break him down. I think he's definitely gonna. I think he'll come out with, like. I think he's definitely gonna stop him because Dalton Smith. He's a calm fighter. He likes to break people down. I know Dalton quite well because he's come down to spar Luke Campbell as well, and we've got along, and I've seen him many times. He's a nice lad, and I think he's definitely gonna come out this fight, winning in style. So.
Obviously, you're very much on your own courses. Dalton's been at it in the pro game a little bit longer than yourself. You're still building up, and Ben says he wants that world title by the time you're 22. But do you feel like that is a rivalry that could be built up, and in a few years' time, it could be a big fight?
I won't say it's a rival because I'm quite friends with him. We have so much respect for each other. When that fight comes down the line, that's obviously it'd be a good fight down the line. But obviously, I've got so many big names, in the super lightweight division. I've got there's so many other fighters I can take as well. And if that fight's down the line, obviously it's a fight down the line. But it's not, we're not rivals. We're just obviously two guys that we're trying to achieve our goals. That's it.
Yeah. You talk about other fighters, and someone else I would say is Campbell Hatton, who's had a sort of a quick rise, a sharp rise in Matchroom. Obviously, he's been someone like yourself that's very much been thrust under the spotlight. What have you made of his progress?
Obviously he didn't really have that many amateur fights. I also know Campbell Hatton really well from the amateur days. Me and him, we fought on the same shows, and he's a very nice kid. Obviously he's the same age as me as well. I think obviously he's got all that pressure because a lot of people are trying to the comparisons with his dad that used to be the best body puncher in UK, and the thing was he goes into those fights trying to throw those body shots and trying to be like his dad. He's definitely improved a lot from his couple fights that he had, and it's a learning process for him. So because obviously he has had that many amateur fights, but he's doing well for himself right now, and he's doing great. So
heard you speaking earlier about how much boxing you watch, and you can't keep yourself away from it. Is Ricky one of the people that you're watching quite a bit of? Well?
Yeah, you know what? It's because there's one documentary that Sky Sports that did themselves. The Ricky Hatton versus Mayweather. The documentary inside. I've watched that a couple of times because it's such a great documentary because it shows the previous story about Ricky Hatton, how he got into boxing. I've watched so much boxers. I watch boxing every single day. I've got like this playlist. I've got about 50 videos on it, and I'll just watch every single one. And it's funny because I know every shot by heart. Like wherever the shots come next, I know what shot comes after that as well. So it's good because I got it, I love boxing. I can't switch off with it.
Who else have we got on that playlist? What's that playlist looking like?
Floyd Mayweather, Canelo, Lomachenko, Rigondeaux, Joan Guzman. Obviously Joan Guzman. He's a brilliant fighter. He reminds me of me a bit because I have the same style like him. I definitely got Princess Seam, Amir Khan on it as well. Obviously, I've got the heavyweights as well. I've got so many different, numerous videos of different fighters, and it's good because you gotta, you can't switch off. I can't switch off. From my opinion, I can't switch off boxing. Yeah, obviously I have downtime with my family and friends and that, but I'm there still watching boxing. It's funny the way it works. So.
Final thing I want to ask you about is Taylor Catterall. Obviously, once again we will be seeing them take to the ring on Sky Sports. It's a big grudge match, a big fight. Which way do you see that going this time?
Do you know what? It's a 50-50 fight, but I definitely believe so. Catterall won that fight easy, in my opinion. That last fight, he definitely deserves to be undisputed world champion. Obviously, if Catterall did what he did in the last fight, he could come on top. Josh Taylor, he's a good fighter, but obviously he got to be switched on that day, and he can't make it close. Can't make it close this time. You've got to put start off really fast.
Brilliant. I really appreciate your time, Adam. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.